Hello, Class here, Wargroove. Last part, we defeated some aeronauts with anti-air. Oh yeah, in this part, we're deep in the Lost Leagues and Emmerich decides strange times call for strange magic.
My queen.
Okay, he needs to request something of Mercia. Request something? Go ahead. These marshlands have an unusual property we may be able to take advantage of. The barrier between the world of the dead and the world of the living is particularly thin here. If I invoke certain kinds of magic, it may allow me to speak to those who have passed. As such, I am asking you, both as my queen and as his daughter, if I may attempt to reach King Merciful.
Father.
Could I talk to him too? I'm afraid that would be impossible. Only the one who cast the spell is able to see and speak with the spirits.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I understand. You talk to him for the both of us. Let him know how much I miss him.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mercia. Please stay in the camp even if you hear the sounds of combat. This is necromantic magic, and it will draw the undead to me.
What?
Oh, okay. Maybe tell me that first next time. So we're on a pre-deployed map,
I have a spell for this.
and he can begin the spell using the surface of that pool ahead. Once I start, the undead will sense our presence. They'll be drawn towards the magic, so we must stay alert. Let's see, and we are given some mages, and we have starting gold, because their heal spell costs gold. I'll begin casting the spell. Your Highness!
Emmerich!
I'm so glad I've reached you. And I, Emmerich, listen, we don't have much time. You're all in grave danger.
It isn't safe.
I know, the Felheim hordes... It's more than the hordes, Emmerich. There's... exclamation marks. The undead are approaching. Gotta watch out for those exclamation marks. This magic is so unstable. The undead presence has disrupted my link with Merciful. The king's spirit is still close by. We must fight our way through and attempt to reach him once more. Alright. Their movement's pretty limited because they're in the forests right now. Maybe able to just outrun some of them. Or wait until they get out of the forest and don't have a defense bonus anymore and then just bop them in one hit. Although, of course, the thing is, our mages deal more damage to enemies that... well, they're standing in high defense terrain themselves. But yeah, this enemy moved to plains, now we can one-shot it instead of taking counterattack damage.
I have a spell for this.
Zappo. That's an acceptable amount of damage. Down to 97%. Alright. I don't think advancing forward with that soldier would do any good. Alright. If this enemy was dead, this one could move into its spot. I think my swordsman will kill this swordsman. Actually, what's the actual name? Dread Sword. They've got like dread everything. Dread Sword, Dread Spear, Dread Hound, Dread Bow, Dread Knight. Dread Eye. unit even is that? Gunner? What? Must be part of the new free DLC. I've never seen this unit. 9 range? Can't target enemies in forests. Critical hit when down to its last shot. They've got ammo? In Wargroove? Anyway, spoilers. Getting the first attack here is probably better than tanking it on one of my swordsmen. How many turns do we have? 25 for the A rank. Of course, we gotta get like all the way up here by the end, because of course we do. They don't just give this whole huge map just for you to get here. Alright. Let's wait just out of enemy range. I don't think we want to rush in and get owned. I'm gonna spend the first of my heals here, making sure to... what? Oh, it was this one that took the additional hit. I thought this one was gonna be at 97%. But yeah, I took a counterattack here or something, and then, yeah, took additional damage. Turn 5. Taking advantage of the Commander versus Spearman buff from October. Yeah, we got our groove. Let's see, I could attack that from that angle, but this Spearman would probably give a nasty hit. We'll just leave Emmerich in front and he can take a little. Oh yeah, I mean that's acceptable too. Yeah, I figured the enemy wouldn't think to set up a crit on Emmerich by just moving the 2 health one left and doing nothing and then moving the other one down. It would have been a much better play, but the enemy doesn't think of just like nonsense moves to set up crits. Let's see. I could use my groove and set up some crits here. But I don't think doing so actually gets anything accomplished. See, what's the swordsman versus swordsman? 50. Okay, I think even if I move Emmerich here for a crit with the swordsman, it's better to just attack. I don't think swordsman has a ×2 critical. Yeah, this... I can just ignore a 5% health enemy. I don't want to move into bowman range right now. Maybe I should have healed there. Move this up first, top off some dudes. Okay, I figured he'd attack there, because this was the one standing on negative defense terrain. Alright, thanks for the free Dreadbow. Those cost like $500 Canadian, but still. Emmerich, where are you? There's more I must say. I think that just always happens on turn 8. Well, assuming that on turn 1 you activated the first cutscene, probably. I don't know if you're allowed to move directly from the water to the bridge, so I'm just gonna move here. Alright, move this forward first. I think that's where the alchemist was standing. The mage, whatever you want to call that unit type. Emmerich getting a lot of regeneration done as we just walk, because he gets 5% per turn. Speaking with Merciful again will draw yet more undead towards us. I should gather the troops and keep everyone close. Okay, 100. Wait, you're at 97. Oh yeah, but that was from recent damage over here. Yeah, let's top off. A bit of overhealing, but whatever. I think we've been really efficient with our units so far. 2 heals to have everyone at 100% by this point. We've still got 6 heals. Do I Elder Shield this turn? Probably.
This should protect us.
You made it. Listen. What's happening now was begun aeons ago, before Felheim, before Cherrystone. A great war between nations long forgotten.
Merciful.
Merciful,
You must listen.
More undead! Oh no! Oh, that last poof was him poofing away. I was like, did it just like fall in the water and die? Okay, so the Spearman's just gonna like immediately kill the Cherrystone that I made. I was kinda guessing. Oh no, it's not dead. Air units. If you'd somehow lost your mages already, you'd pretty much just lose here. Commanders and swordsmen cannot attack air. Yeah, Emmerich's gonna go back and hit this mage.
Lightning blast.
He's like my only counter to mages. Alright, kill that spearman. We're on highly defensive terrain right now. I guess swordsmen do decently. I think it was just the swordsman was going to take a lot of return damage. Emmerich's basically fine right now. Pop. Oh, of course he moved there. Alright, I don't want to move Emmerich backwards. I do want to get that A rank if I can, and I think wasting 2 extra turns of movement just isn't in the cards. I don't really want to take a crit from this archer. I think by moving down instead of right, we can just run from him. Or rather, because he moved down. He's got so many like minus movement tiles ahead of him. With his move 2 or move 3, it often rounds down. So he can move into 1 forest tile. So we just bounce. Lorgon says that. Bounce as retreat. I think I've said it a couple times in the past because of the world ends with you. Oh, that's just plains. Let's move on to the forest. If an aeronaut wants to attack a mage that's standing in a forest, they can go ahead. Alright. Yes, to kill a swordsman, as commanders do when they're at full health. Groove is ready. I have like no good trades into this. If only I could reach that forest tile to the left. I'll attack with this one. And then, like, heal with the other one. Does anybody else... Okay, nobody else even needs healing. I don't think it, like, heals more in the middle or anything, but... I targeted that one specifically because I might as well. Alright. Yeah, I think taking the first hit against a mage is fine. I can also put this cherry stone in the water, and then like nothing is gonna be able to attack it while I'm standing there. Seems good. I guess also... This is fine. I'm not gonna spend a heal right now. Yeah, even with that mage getting the first attack, we've got 3 defense and we critical back at him. Why'd he step in the negative defense? So sometimes the AI is just dumb, apparently. Alright, we're almost guaranteed a kill if we just attack. But I think what I'm gonna do is attack here. Wait. Can't quite move up as far as I want.
I have a spell for this.
Bazap. Then we're gonna move up here and drop a heal. Just top off Emmerich and heal both her mages. And then this is guaranteed because the enemy has less health. Oh, and then I can even step here and finish that off. Do I just want to trade this swordsman? Not really. Brand. Gets a little bopped by that swordsman, but we've got the defense bonus from the cherry stone. Actually, the enemy is probably going to hit, yeah, the cherry stone. That's fine. I didn't need it anymore. That would only cost me 2 tiles of movement to go back and kill this swordsman. Let's see, it's turn 17. We've got 8 turns. Just go. Top off our mages. Oh yeah, it broke the cherry stone. I was like, why does it still have so much health? 2, 3, 4. Okay, it could attack our mage if I move the swordsman to this position. It gets crit back if it does though. And we've got the defensive tile and still 3 heals. I think I'd rather it attack the mage than the swordsman. Actually, I should have moved the swordsman to this forest. So that if it does decide on the Yeah. Alright. Finish him off. I think this archer actually is going to be a problem. But we got the first attack without... without also getting attacked by a swordsman. I think it was to our advantage to run away a bit at first. Alright, let's move here, see where enemies end up. You were speaking of a war? It was called the Great Dissonance. It was a monstrous bloody struggle. So many died there that there wasn't land enough to bury them. After a decade of conflict, a nation called Cacophony, acting in despair and desperation, sought to end the bloodshed once and for all. They brought something into the world. Something they couldn't control. Something evil. Not the Fell Gauntlet. No, not the Fell Gauntlet. A weapon of far greater power. Its name was Requiem. And they're undead. Okay, final objective over there. How many tiles away is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17. So yeah, if we want to make the A rank, we've basically got to gun it. Because it takes 5 turns of travel just to get there. Heal yourself. There aren't like that many turns to still do healing on. Oh yeah, I have a dude here. If any enemies want to go that way, thank you for your service. Alright. Can we possibly... Trying to like keep Emmerich safe. Hey, what's your critical? Oh yeah, I've been using your critical condition for like all battle. And then I just go ahead and ask what it is. Wait, what is your movement? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can replace the one on that space after taking this attack. And you just hang out. Okay, of course, of course. Alright, we can have one turn where we don't move the full amount and still make it in time. Or rather, and not even lose a turn, is what I meant to say. Alright, critting, because we're next to our own commander. Just doing buckets of damage, because it's an aeronaut. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Not too afraid of that archer and spearman. I don't really want to take the archer crit. See, he has this much range, so if I move here, I don't get crit. He could still move in and attack. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, Okay, this is exactly 8 spaces away from the end. Wait a minute. Commanders have 4 move. Oh wait, counting is hard. Okay. Oh, can even Elder Shield again.
This should protect us.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Wow. Thanks for taking the negative defense terrain.
Lightning blast.
Taking 20% bonus damage. Or, yeah, as a modifier, not like a flat amount. Since healths are expressed in percents, it's a little weird. Alright. Those enemies aren't going to threaten Emmerich. And if the Spearman moves in the way, it's also going to attack, and then it'll just die to the counter. Now it's attacking from that angle, that's fine.
I have a spell for this.
Alright, so we sacrificed everyone. But, we made it. 4 squads of men died to finish this spell. The weapon?
Yes.
Yes, Requiem's creators sought to wield it just like any other weapon. Requiem, however, had its own ideas. Its creators realized their folly too late. They sought to destroy it, but its power had become much greater than their own. However, with a backbreaking effort, they did finally manage to banish it. But a high price was exacted. A sacrifice, made to seal away the darkness. Even so, Requiem was not weakened, merely contained, anchored to the soul of the Princess of Cacophony. Glowing eyes. It still sleeps, shackled, inside the dragon's cradle. And now Felheim seeks this Requiem? He's glitching out. Emmerich? I can't hear you.
Merciful.
Merciful. Tell Mercia love. So I guess that golden loot there, that was the Princess of Cacophony. I guess I say golden only because it reminds me exactly of the loot from Crypt of the Necrodancer, which of course is just a loot, but gold. Requiem, most troubling. I need to return to camp and inform Mercia of this. I miss him so much. He loves you, Mercia. He did say that, yeah. Miss Requiem, what are we going to do about it? Dad, he wouldn't have brought it up unless it was important. But right now, we have to focus on getting to Heavensong.
I agree.
I quite agree, Your Majesty.
Yeah.
Let's gather everybody. We'll leave first thing tomorrow. Victory! A rank. 4 units lost. Defeated 23 though. I feel like I could have maybe not lost my units if I had been a little more patient, but like, you're graded on time. And I do actually need stars in this game, unlike in Puyo Puyo Tetris. Also, I can now play as Emmerich in Arcade. And I unlock Cacophony in the Codex. Awesome! And no side missions off of that one. So, yeah, not gonna attempt another mission this episode, of course. High Vampire of the West, they've taken everything the Lost Leagues had to throw at them except this final foe. I guess we're probably fighting against Sigrid as Mercia next part. But yeah, I actually looked up when you get puzzle mode. This mission right here is gonna give it to us. So then any episode we end up with some spare time at the end, like there's a short mission, we can engage in some puzzles, which also will give us some stars. But anyway, that's it for this part. See ya!